Good morning, students. We have discussed various results on the basis of magnetic field using Biot-Savart's law. Today, let me discuss numericals. As one statement has been drawn, one figure has been drawn here. Here you can see that the loops are drawn where current is flowing in this particular direction. You have to find magnetic field at the center. Find magnetic field at the center O. So here this radius of inner semicircle is R1 and the outer semicircle is R2. So first of all you have to understand which results you are able to apply here. As this is the magnetic field at the center of this semicircle, this result we can apply. We have discussed that magnetic field at the center of the loop, this is mu naught I upon 2A for the complete loop. And magnetic field due to a straight conductor carrying current, this is mu naught I upon 4 pi A sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. These are the results. Now see, this is a straight conductor and here as point O, this is a conductor we have taken, then the point O is lying in between. So here this point is lying on the axis of the straight conductor, so you can take phi 1 equal to phi 2, this will be 0. So magnetic field due to a straight conductor will be 0 because sine 0 will be 0. So directly I can write it as 0. Now magnetic field due to inner semicircle, this inner semicircle, magnetic field due to this, as due to the complete semicircle, complete loop, it is mu naught I upon 2A. As the inner radii I will take, this is 1 by 2 R1, and for semicircle the result will be half. And this is the magnitude. What about its direction? See here again, when you are taking, this loop is carrying current in clockwise direction, so thumb will point downward. It means inward. Magnetic field is directed inward. For outer semicircle whose radii is R2, again formula you can easily learn. Replacing R1 by R2, current is same, but the direction of magnetic field, see, for the outer loop, direction of current is anti-clockwise, thumb is pointing towards you. So you will take this direction to be outward. So here total magnetic field, that will be equal to, now this is inward, this is outward. So out of which one is greater? Whether B1 or B2. Whose radii is less, that magnetic field will be more. So you will say B1 is greater than B2. This is in terms of magnitude. So net magnetic field will be B1 minus B2. So taking the common factor, 1 by 4 is common, mu naught I is also common. So what is left? 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So now from here you can easily tell what is the direction of resultant magnetic field? Inward, because it is having greater magnitude. Now see here second numerical. Here this loop has been given where current is flowing in this shown direction. Now you have to find magnetic field at point O, not A. And when we are producing it, this is subtending. These lines are producing in the backward direction. They are meeting at a common point O, subtending an angle theta. So find magnetic field at point O. Now again you can see that this is a straight wire. This is also a straight wire. This O point is lying on its axis. So directly you can see magnetic field on straight conductor. Obviously current is flowing through it. This is 0. That is for this and for this. Now magnetic field due to this and this. So magnetic field, and one more thing should be given, the radii. This should be, let it be A, and the outer radii is B. So magnetic field due to this inner arc, this will have the formula. We can take the formula directly. I have already explained mu naught I upon 2 into radii multiply by theta upon 2 pi, or mu naught I upon 4 pi a into theta. Both ways you can write. So here, for this inner loop, as angle is unknown, now the direction of magnetic field is outward. Similarly, for this outer loop, outer arc rather, this will be mu naught I upon 2b, and angle subtended is same, theta upon 2 pi, and this direction will be inward. So net magnetic field, this will be, see here A is less, radii is smaller, therefore B1 will be greater. So net magnetic field will be B1 minus B2. This is mu naught I upon 2. This is 1 by A minus 1 by B, and theta upon 2 pi. And direction will be, this is outward. So you can see here the numericals are quite simple, but what result you have to remember, that the content which we have given, the various results which you have to learn. Otherwise the concept is quite simple. So now next numerical is two identical circular coils of radii 0.1 meter each, having 20 turns, are mounted coaxially 0.1 meter apart. Read the statement very carefully. This will give you the idea of the content, what we have to do. A current of 0.5 ampere is passed through both of them. Now, first in the same direction and second in the opposite direction. Two coils have been given with radii, number of turns and separation gap has been given, distance have been given, and current is passed, that is same from both the coils, and the current when it is flowing in the same direction and second time it is moving in the opposite direction. Find the magnetic field at the center of each coil. So as per the statement, two identical circular coils of radii 0.1 meter each. This is having turns, 20 turns, and one is 20. They are mounted coaxially, having the same axis, radii same, and the separation distance is 0.1 meter, and a current of 0.5 ampere is flowing through it. Find the magnetic field at the center of each coil. This is the center of each coil we have to calculate. So first of all, radii it is given to be 0.1 meter, number of turns is given to be 20, and separation distance is given to be 0.1 meter, and the current is given to be 0.5 ampere. First of all, magnetic field at the center of this first coil, let it be first, this be second. Magnetic field at the center of this coil due to its own current, that I is the current, no direction has been specified. Current we are taking that it is flowing in both the case, first in the same direction. The first case both in the same direction. So magnetic field at the center of this first coil, this will be mu naught N I upon 2A. So mu naught is 4 pi 10 raised to the power minus 7, number of turns is 20, current is 0.5 ampere, and the separation distance is 0.1. So now when you will substitute the values and solve it, this is 4 pi into 10 raised to the power minus 7 into 10 into 5 upon 1. This decimal place will be cancelled, 1 by 10, 1 by 10. So it is your 20 pi 10 raised to the power minus 6 Tesla. You can substitute the value of pi here, or you can leave it as such. And this direction of magnetic field at its center, here the coil is carrying current in this direction. So actually this is in this way, the coil is like this and current is flowing in this direction. So curvature of finger is in this direction. Magnetic field at its center, that will be directed on the opposite side. So here this you can say this is inward, you can say, or downward, you can say, on the left side, or you can say. Now see, magnetic field at the center of one coil due to the current flowing through the other. So magnetic field due to the current flowing through the other coil, and that means when we have to calculate magnetic field at the center of this coil due to current flowing through the other, it means we have to calculate magnetic field at the axial point, at the axis. So magnetic field at the center of second coil due to current flowing through the first coil. What will be the formula? Mu naught n I a square upon 2 a square plus x square raised to the power 3 by 2. This is the main point which you have to understand. See, both the coils are identical, carrying current. First of all, we are taking in the same direction, or if you are not taking in the same direction, you simply say that if we have taken that the current is flowing through one coil and we have calculated magnetic field B1. For the second coil, as the current is flowing through the second coil and we have to calculate magnetic field at the center of the second coil. So in that particular case, it means magnetic field will be obtained by this. So it will be 4 pi 10 raised to the power minus 7, number of turns 20, current is 0.5, distance is 0.1 square. So substitute all the value. This is 0.1 square plus 0.1 square raised to the power 3 by 2. So here when you will solve, the result will approximately comes out to be, so in solving all these values, it will come out to be 2.2 10 raised to the power minus 5 Tesla. You can leave it in pi or you can simplify it. Now see, as this one coil, actually each of the coil is carrying same current, maybe same direction, maybe different direction. So when we are finding magnetic field at the center of this coil, that was B1. Now see, this coil is placed at center, so this is the axial distance. So basically magnetic field at the center of this, so at this center, or you can say at the axial point, this we have obtained. So now if both the currents are in the same direction, when current are in the same direction, so as if the current is in the same direction, so you will say that here magnetic field is towards this side. That means will be in the same direction. So B1 plus B2, this will be added. You will add these results. And if the current is in opposite direction, so current is in opposite direction, like this is in this direction, this is in this direction. So basically their magnetic field will be in opposite direction. So net result will be either B1 minus B2 or B2 minus B1. So as B1 is greater, when I have substituted the value of pi, it comes out to be 6.28 10 raised to the power minus 5, which is greater than from B2. So it will be B1 minus B2. So from here, by substituting the values, when the current is in the same direction, it comes out to be 8.5 10 raised to the power minus 5 Tesla. When the current is in opposite direction, it comes out to be 4.06 10 raised to the power minus 5 Tesla. So solve the values, you will get the same result. Now next numerical, an electric current is flowing in a long wire of shape given here. Find magnetic field at the center, common center. So first of all, identify that magnetic field due to the straight wire, this is not at the center, this is at one of the edge. So as per it, you have taken the result that magnetic field due to CD and EG, this is FG. For both these wires, this magnetic field will be same. And what will be the formula? Mu naught I upon 4 pi. R is the radius. R is the basically distance which we are taking. Not radius, this is for the distance. So it is sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. If you remember, this is a special case. When you have taken, when one of the point of measurement is near at one edge. So in that case, that angle becomes that phi 2, if this is taken to be at this and this corresponding, this angle was phi 1, so phi 2 will be 90 degree and phi 1 will be 0. Phi 1 will be 0, phi 2 will be 90 degree. So depending upon where you have taken phi 1, phi 2, you can use. So now it comes out to be mu naught I upon 4 pi r. So this is same for both the case. Now see this part. For this part, this is a semicircular arc, so we have to calculate magnetic field at the center. So now one of the results can be that this is magnetic field mu naught I upon 4 pi r into theta, or you can write it as mu naught I upon 2r into theta upon 2 pi. So now if you will take the angle corresponding to it, this is semicircle, so angle is pi. Or directly you can use the result which we have already explained. Both ways you can explain it. So it will come out to be in this way. You can either cancel it or you can leave it as such. So total magnetic field B dash, this will come out to be BCD plus B, if this was D E F, so it is B D E F, or B you can take, plus magnetic field for the straight wire F G. So main important thing about the direction, as current is flowing in this direction, so here as current is there, magnetic field is directed outward for this wire. As the current is along this direction for the semicircular path, for the semicircular path also, so direction of magnetic field is outward. For straight wire is magnetic field is outward, for the semicircular part magnetic field outward. For this wire also current is along this direction, you can check magnetic field is directed outward. So that's why we will add all these results. So you will take, this is mu naught I upon 4 pi r, plus this will also be capital R we have to use because its radius is capital R, plus mu naught I upon 4 pi r into pi, plus mu naught I upon 4 pi r. So these two, you can take mu naught I upon 4 pi r common, this is 1 plus pi plus 1. So mu naught I upon 4 pi r into 2 plus pi, and direction all is outward. We have not mentioned the direction at this point, but you can specify it. In each case this direction is outward, because for each part you have to take magnitude as well as direction of magnetic field. So you have separated it into 3 components, 3 parts, and then you can easily calculate the final result. So now next numerical, we are taking here 2 small circular coils marked 1 and 2, carrying equal current. Both are carrying same current, that is I, as per shown in the figure. Direction has been given. These are placed with geometrically axes perpendicular to each other. Their axes, these are perpendicular to each other. Find magnitude and direction of net magnetic field produced at point O, at common center O. This figure has been given. This we will obtain just as a hint. Now see here what concept should be used. For this particular point, this is a point lying on the axis of this first loop as well as its second loop. So here you have to use that result, that magnetic field at any point on the axis of circular loop or coil. So now for this first loop, magnetic field magnitude is mu naught, as this is having only one turn, no information about number of turns, so mu naught I r square upon 2x square plus r square raised to the power 3 by 2. What about direction? See here, as actually the loops are, these are like this perpendicular plane, but if it has been given, so if we are taking that the current is flowing in this direction, this current is flowing in this clockwise direction, so magnetic field for this loop, this will be directed inward. So if you are taking its plane in the plane of paper, then you can take it inward, but if you will take it perpendicular to plane of paper, then you will say it will be towards left. Actually the loops are shown perpendicular to plane of paper in perpendicular direction. So now magnetic field due to or you can say for the second loop at the center, common center O is mu naught I r square upon 2x square plus r square. You can see raised to the power 3 by 2. Here magnitudes are same, but direction concept, it is directed upward. Apply the Root law that current is in this direction, thumb is pointing upward. So it means one magnetic field B1 is along left and B2 is upward. Both having same magnitude, let me take B1 equal to B2 equal to B each. So now both having same magnitude, now what you have to find? You have to find the resultant of these two. So B will be under root of B1 square plus B2 square, because cos theta, cos 90 is 0. So again, if I will take the resultant, it will be under root of 2b square. I will put the values. So it is under root of 2b. Then substitute the value of b. This is mu naught I r square upon 2 x square plus r square raised to the power 3 by 2. So this is the net magnetic field, and it is inclined at certain angle with x-axis or with vector b1, magnetic field b1. Here only we have to find magnitude. Yes, here we have to find magnitude as well as direction. So to calculate direction, you will take tangent theta. Tangent theta, see, as per this, it should be perpendicular upon base. So it will be b2 upon b1, and both magnitude are identical. So theta will be 45 degree. So this way you can solve the numerical. So now next numerical we are taking. Here again one loop has been given. This is a loop now where we have to find magnetic field at the common center O. So you can just imagine this to be consisting of three parts. This is a straight wire having this point of measurement is at one of its edge. For this second loop, let it be 1. For this semi-circular loop, we have to calculate it at the center. Its formula we are familiar. And for this straight loop, for this point O is lying on its axis. Let it be 3. So magnetic field at the first wire, this is mu naught I upon 4 pi A sine 90 plus sine 0. Because this point was actually at the center. So it was sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2, but now it is at one of its edge. So in that particular case, one of the angle becomes 0 and the other will be 90 degree. So directly I will write it as mu naught I 4 pi A. And what will be its direction? See, straight conductor. Now magnetic field at this point, this will be directed. You can see magnetic field directed at this point on O point, this will be directed inward. So it will be, you can write it as inward. Magnetic field due to this semicircular loop, as we know for the circular loop at the center it was mu naught I upon 2a. For semicircular loop it's half. Again you can take its direction. Magnetic field we have to calculate. So current is in this direction, thumb will be pointing inward. So directly by applying the right hand palm rule also, here we have obtained direction. For this third wire, this point is lying on the same axis. So each of the phi 1, phi 2 will be 0. So magnetic field will be 0. So now as for these two cases, magnetic field direction is same. So net magnetic field will be B1 plus B2 plus B3. B3 is contributing to 0. So here result will be mu naught I upon 4 pi A plus mu naught I upon 4A. Taking the common factors outside, this is 1 by pi plus 1. And what is the net resultant direction? Inward, because both are pointing in the same direction. So now such kind of problems are coming where you can easily identify the results. Here again just see, this is a straight conductor molded in this form. This is forming 1/4 part of a circle, and again this is a straight conductor. You can take it as, or if you are not getting this, this is the angle. Let this angle is here because these are perpendicular. This is theta, that is 90 degree. So here magnetic field due to straight conductor, either this one, let it be 1, let it be second, let it be third. For first and third, this point O is at a distance which is lying at one of its edge, near its edge. So magnetic field B1 and B3 magnitude, when we are calculating, this will comes out to be mu naught I upon 4 pi a sine 90 plus sine 0. So directly I can write it as mu naught I upon 4 pi a. What about direction? As direction, when we will take that current is along this direction, when you are curling the fingers, then 4.0, this is directed inward. So it will be inward. See, for this third wire also current is going downward. Now direction of magnetic field is inward. So for both the cases, directions also I have mentioned here. For this part, now you can understood the point that for the circle magnetic field we have calculated, as we have to calculate magnetic field for this. So it is basically 1/4 of the magnetic field at the center. So magnetic field at the center of this 1/4 part of a circle is mu naught I upon 2a. Directly I can take it as its 1/4 part. Again, if I will explain its direction, see, current is moving along this direction clockwise. So when clockwise direction is there, what I have explained, magnetic field is directed inward. So here this direction is also inward. So for all the three cases, see this main figure, for all the three cases magnetic field is directed inside the paper. So net magnetic field, all are pointing in the same direction. So just you will substitute the values, mu naught I upon 4 pi a plus mu naught I upon 8a plus mu naught I upon 4 pi a. Just take out the common factors. It is mu naught I upon, this is 4a which I am taking common. So this is 1 by pi plus 1 by pi. 1 by pi plus 1 by pi, 2 by pi, plus this will be 1 by 2. I think this should be the result. I can tell it once again. This is mu naught I upon 4a, 1 by pi plus 1 by pi, 2 by pi plus 1 by 2. And what will be the direction? Direction will be inward. So this is how this simple concept is there. Now I think you are familiar with the concept, how to apply in the numericals. Now see, in this numerical, again we have to find magnetic field at the common center of the loop. This is one straight wire, and then current is passing through the semicircular loop and then through a straight line. These two are infinite length wire. So again split it into three parts, 1, 2, 3. Here, so for this first wire, see, as the numerical value, magnitude is quite simple. Major concept, you have to understand the direction. For the straight wire, this point is lying near one of its edges. So magnetic field for this first wire will be mu naught I upon 4 pi a. I am taking it directly because for this sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2 is in the multiplication. As okay, I will write it sine 90 degree plus sine 0 degree. So here it will be mu naught I upon 4 pi a. So basically what will be the direction? Direction you can take. Now this is very important point, as this is lying in the z axis. So when the current is flowing in this direction and you are applying the right hand thumb rule around it, so you can see that the magnetic field lines by that rule, that will be like this. This is directed inward. So directed inward means, see, this is in xy plane. So this is not in xy plane, this is in zx plane. So its perpendicular upward direction will be positive y and lower direction will be negative y. And if we are expressing it, this direction, in terms of x, y and z axis, we can label it in terms of I vector, I unit cap, j unit cap and k unit cap. So its direction can be represented by minus j, negative y axis. This is for first wire. Similarly for third wire, see, as again around it when you will apply thumb rule, right hand rule, again magnetic field is directed inward on this side, outward on this side. So corresponding to point O, magnitude will remain to be same. Mu naught I upon 4 pi a, again direction will be along negative y axis. Now for this semicircle, magnitude is quite simple. This magnitude will be mu naught I upon 1 by 2 of, this is value, that is 2a. So I can write it as 1 by 4a mu naught I. What about direction? This you have to understand very carefully. See, if this wire is carrying current in clockwise direction, right, then magnetic field will be directed inward. Inward means that is opposite to this z axis. This is carrying current in clockwise direction. We always know that when the current is in clockwise direction, magnetic field line is directed inward. So it means now the magnetic field will be opposite to positive z axis. So it will be represented by minus k. So this is a basic result. So now as directions have been given, so total magnetic field will be B1 plus B2 plus B3. Now adding all this, mu naught I upon 4 pi a for first and third, this is minus j plus mu naught I upon 4 pi a minus j, and for the central element this is mu naught I upon 4a minus k. So I will just combine mu naught I upon 4a. If I will take common from all these three, what you are getting, this will be your 2 upon pi. This is one factor, this is second factor, 2 upon pi, this is along minus j, plus this is minus k. These directions we have labeled in terms of unit vectors. So this is one of the way how can we represent, because exactly in this numerical these all directions have been represented in terms of the coordinates. See here all the direction are expressed in terms of proper coordinates, so that's why I have expressed it in terms of unit vectors.